How's it going, everybody? Today I noticed there was leaking fluid underneath my car. This is how I figured out what it was, where it came from, and how I fixed it. Let's get into it. This won't necessarily find the leak, but it will help us determine what is leaking. So we've got the oil, the coolant, the windshield wiper fluid, the brake fluid. We also have transmission fluid, power steering fluid, and we just want to check each tank. So we just looked at the brake fluid and it's full. We know it's not that. Let's look at some of the other tanks. We got the coolant tank right here, and that is definitely low. The car is cool right now, so it's supposed to be on the cool line, but it is way below that. And that's just the tank. You can also check the radiator. Then we can check the oil. You do this with the car off, and you just take the dipstick, wipe it off, stick it back in, and then you can check the actual level of it. After that, you can grab your keys, turn the car on, and we're going to do the same thing with the transmission fluid and see where that's at. Now, I checked all the tanks, and the only tank that seemed low is the antifreeze container, so we've probably narrowed it down to that, but we have no idea where it's coming from, and there's all sorts of places that it could come from. Where I'm seeing it drip from is actually on the oil filter, but it's an orange color, and my oil is not orange. My antifreeze is, so that's a good sign it is antifreeze. And as you can see right above the oil filter, you can on the oil pressure sensor, and if you look above that, I'm gonna move the light here in a second, you can see it's actually a little bit higher up than that too. So we're gonna actually get on the top of the engine and see if we can figure out where this is coming from. I don't see a lot, but I do see a little bit that's been trickling down, and luckily I know where these things usually leak. Oftentimes these little elbows, they break right where they go into the manifold and the tensioner pulley, and as you can see, let me try and get the light in there, underneath both sides you can see liquid is coming out. I know there's a crack in them somewhere. I'm going to put an aluminum one in there because they're a lot stronger and I'll never have to change them again. First things first, let's take this cover off just for better access. Here's the tools we're going to be using: a breaker bar, a wrench, ratchet, 13 and 15 millimeter extension, these screwdrivers, and these baggies. I'll show you why in a second. We need to take off this bracket, the alternator, and then on the tensioner pulley there's only 2 bolts, and I'll show you where those are. But before we do any of that, we need to take off the negative terminal on the battery because we're going to be messing with the alternator. I have a kill switch on mine. It just makes it really easy when you're working on a car. Just flip that and you're good to go. Let's get our breaker bar, loosen the tensioner pulley, and let's pull the belt off. This bracket's really easy to take off. You just need a wrench or a deep well socket. It's got 2 bolts. Take those off, and here's a little trick I learned from my friends, the YouTubers Spirited Wrenchers. They're really good friends of the channel, and they have just an awesome page. They make awesome videos and putting out new videos all the time. Make sure you go check them out. I'll put their link in the description. Make sure you show them some love and let them know Fix It Friends sent you. Just to show you why this is a good idea, this is what it looks like after all the pieces are taken off and put in baggies and separated. It's just a really good way to keep everything organized and that you don't lose any bolts in the meantime. Let's get this bracket off. There's 2 nuts holding the bracket on, and then there's 2 bolts and 2 nuts holding the alternator on. One of these nuts is holding on the electrical connection to the battery. So you take that nut off, we'll move that out of the way, and now underneath we have our electrical connector. This one's held on by a clip. Real easy to remove, just pull up right here and it comes right off. I've got 2 bolts here on the pulley. They're hard to find. I'm going to try and show you one right there, and then between these 2 hose ports, right in the middle underneath. You won't be able to see it, but you can find it if you put your hand down there. Get those off, and now with a screwdriver we can just pull this right off. Depending on your situation and how much coolant's left in your car, you may need to drain some antifreeze, or else when you take this off it's going to pour out everywhere. This is where my elbow cracked. This just happens to these things very often. You got to replace them. That's why I got this aluminum one. Hopefully this will last a very long time, but you just push it in, it slides right in. You can really feel when that O-ring actually gets inside the hole. Now just push the pulley back in, get our 2 bolts, let's put them in. Now let's grab the alternator, the bag that's with it, and let's install that. We're going to do it the exact same way we took it out. We're just going to do it in reverse order. Then we put the bracket back on, just 2 nuts. Good. Get our breaker bar, pull on the tensioner pulley, and let's get our belt back on, just like that. Now you want to put coolant in the radiator first, but after that's full, turn the car on, let it get sucked down, put some more in, and then put it in the tank till it's full. And this has been on for 30 minutes. I don't see a leak there. Let's check this elbow, and it looks great. That's how you find a leak and you fix it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. Behind these doors is a project I've been working on for 10 months and I can't wait to show you what it is. A week from today I'll be posting the video. If you can guess what's behind these doors, I'll give you a sneak peek, and I'll see you in the next one.